Okay, hi everyone, welcome to today's webinar. For today's session, we're talking about custom indicators and EAs on your MT4 and MT5. So let's just go ahead and get started. As per usual, we're starting off with our risk warning and disclaimer. Our products are traded on margin and carry a high level of risk, and it is possible to lose all your capital. These products may not be suitable for everyone, and you should ensure that you understand the risk involved. Disclaimer, this information in this webinar should not be considered investment advice or an investment recommendation, but instead educational material only. This material is just the personal opinion of the author, and the client's investment objectives and risk tolerance have not been considered. IronFX is not responsible for any loss arising from any information contained herein, and redistribution of the material is strictly prohibited. I'm Melanie, and I'll be your speaker for today. I'm an investment analyst from Rocket, who are finalists for Best FX and Equity Research in the years 2019 to 2021. So here's our agenda for today. We'll look at what are custom indicators on MT4 and 5, what are some EAs that you can use, various types, and where to find them, how do you use them, and how do you backtest them. Okay, so if you guys have any questions throughout the webinar, feel free to just pop them into the chat and I'll be happy to answer them. Okay, so what are custom indicators on your MT4 and 5? So they're basically independently developed in MQL4 by a user, functions as a technical indicator, and are basically graphical displays of custom calculated formulas. So here's an example of a custom automated daily and weekly pivots indicator. You can see here the daily line is the purple line, weekly is the blue line, and then our monthly pivot is the gray line. Another example of a pivot points indicator, you can see here, it basically works like your normal pivot points indicator where it has your pivot point, your S1, S2, and R1, which are basically your support and resistance levels. So those are pretty simple indicators. Here is an example of a more complex custom indicator. So this is on MT4 and it's for the pair pound dollar on the H1 chart. So we can see that for this particular indicator, it uses the moving average cross over the trend following strategy. So this custom indicator has multiple confluences such as moving average, ADX trend, and trend signaling on the higher time frames. So this shows us that custom indicators can be pretty flexible in terms of confluences, and users can be creative with it if they decide to create their own indicators. Okay, so what are some expert advisors or EAs? They are basically developed in MQL4 as well as 5, and it's a software that automates trading functions based on algorithm. So it basically notifies traders of trading opportunities and suggests trades that can be profitable. Different types of EAs. We have the scalping EA, news trading EA, breakouts EA, and hedging EA. So it really depends on your trading strategy and what exactly you are looking for. Here's an example of an automatic trading EA. You can see at the corner here, it tells you the spread and it tells you a suggested lot size, what margin you should use, leverage, take profit, where you should place your take profit, stop loss, so on and so forth. Similarly, here's another automatic trading EA, but it tells you the same thing. Okay, and another one, yeah, pretty much tells you the same thing, the account's profit or loss, account equity, drawdown percentage, spread, lot size. So where do you find these EAs and custom indicators? You can find them on your MetaTrader market page. Some tips is to purchase from sellers with excellent reviews and to be careful of any advertisements and to test these on demo accounts so that they don't affect your capital. Next is Fiverr. So it would be helpful to engage a coder if you have a specific strategy for your custom EA. This also allows you to white label your service after licensing your custom EA. Okay, Forex Factory website. So we have mentioned Forex Factory in the past, but more so for the economic calendar. But they also provide you with some recommendations for best expert advisors that are free. Or, of course, you can simply Google it as well. So how exactly do you use them? So you double click the EA that you would like to use on the Navigator tab on your MT405. Enable the following options and then click OK. So you allow live trading, allow modification, and DLL imports. And yeah, there you have it. So now let's look at how you can backtest these indicators. So just an overview of backtesting, it basically uses historical data to test your strategy and allows you to understand the behavior of your strategy so that you can fix it and improve it. So what exactly it is, backtesting in trading is basically simulating the process of trading while using a set of rules over previous price data to see how much money would have been made or lost if a trader had followed the same strategy. So it's basically a retroactive test where a trader enters a set of values or rules like a currency pair, time frame, and technical indicators. Then the automatic backtesting trading system can analyze the tick data and show you what would have happened if you had taken the chosen strategy. Some things to watch out for would be your net profit or loss, volatility measures, averages, and ratios, and analyze return. Okay. So what is tick by tick backtesting? It's basically it uses in-depth data and volume weighted into price. It involves creation of elaborate models and it prevents unexpected surprises and it also simulates your trade execution. So this is an example of what your backtest report looks like, and there are 4 key areas that you will need to look at when you produce your backtest report in MT4. So that would be those highlighted here, your total net profit, maximum drawdown, total trades, and profit trades. Okay, so what exactly they mean? Firstly, total net profit is the overall financial outcome of trades generated by a trading system if it had been used in the past. So it indicates the potential profitability of a strategy, although it doesn't guarantee future performance. This parameter provides an estimate of the potential gains from using the system. Secondly was maximal drawdown, and this refers to the largest loss experienced by the trading account in both monetary value and percentage relative to the account balance. So a lower drawdown is generally preferred, but it depends on the trader's risk tolerance and account size. So for example, if a trader has $10,000 with a risk tolerance of 20%, the maximum drawdown should not exceed $2,000. Number three is total trades, and this represents the overall number of trade decisions taken by the trading system. So it helps to assess whether the strategy is aggressive or moderate by comparing the number of trades to the investing time frame. So for instance, if there are 200 trades in 3 months, it indicates an average of 3 trades per day, making it suitable for intraday trading. A smaller number of trades may be better suited for mid-term trading. And lastly, the key point that we will look out for is profit trades. And this indicates the number and percentage of profitable trade positions out of the total trades. It reflects the trading system's win ratio with a higher percentage, indicating a more successful system. Okay, so some common backtesting mistakes would be having unrealistic backtest results, do not overmine your data, getting the timing right, and incorrect assumptions. So how exactly do you backtest them? Okay, so you basically want to open your MT4 and click on the strategy tester button over here. But this feature is not available in the mobile version of MT4. Okay, and then this is what it'll look like. Click on Expert Advisor, input the EA that you're looking at. Okay, and then once it fully loads, you can click on Start. Yeah, so basically these are the steps. Select your EA, set your dates, and press Start. Okay, and then this is the Graph tab, what it basically shows you. And if you want to look at your results, that's just basically the Results tab. So it'll tell you the number of orders that you've put in, the lot sizes, and the profits or losses that you've made. Okay, and lastly would be your report tab. Yeah, so you can see it's basically a summary of your trades. So your profits, your losses, yeah, number of long positions won, short positions won, so on and so forth. Okay, so how do you decide whether to use MT4 or MT5? Let's do a really quick, brief intro to both of these platforms and compare them so that you can see which is more suitable for you. Okay, starting off with our intro to MT4, when you go in, this is what the interface looks like if you've never used it before. So it was launched in 2005, and MT4 has become the industry standard for Forex trading. It's renowned for its user-friendly interface, robust functionality, and extensive range of features tailored to both novice and experienced traders. So its key features include ease of use. So its intuitive interface makes it accessible for traders of all skill levels. Platform's design, you can see, is pretty simplified. So it's easier to manage your trades and conduct your technical analysis. Charting tools. So the platform offers advanced charting capabilities with various timeframes and a wide range of technical indicators. So you can see all of the tools that you need are right at the top here, or you can click on tools as well. Yeah. So you can customize your charts and indicators to fit your own trading strategy. Automated trading. So this MT4 also offers the ability to support EAs that we went through earlier. reducing the need for constant manual intervention. Security, MT4 is quite secure since it has data encryption to ensure the safety of trades and user information. And lastly, community and support. So a large MT4 has quite a large active community of users who share their strategies, their tools, insights. So it is a pretty collaborative trading environment. Now if we look at MT5, so MT5 was released a couple years after MT4 in 2010, and it was designed to offer enhanced trading capabilities and broader market access. So while maintaining many of the features that made MT4 popular, MT5 introduced several improvements and new functionalities, such as its multi-asset trading. So the main difference between MT4 and MT5 is that MT5 supports not only Forex trading, but also stocks, commodities, and futures, and even crypto as well. So it makes it a multi-asset platform suitable for a wider range of financial instruments. Enhanced charting and analysis. So MT5 includes more time frames and built-in technical indicators than MT4, along with additional tools for comprehensive market analysis. So we'll go through what some of these differences are in a bit. Next is another difference is the economic calendar. So you can see below it offers you this tab, this calendar tab, and it features an integrated economic calendar, providing traders with real-time news and data that can impact market movements. Um, Hi, yeah. Has this webinar been? So this webinar is being recorded. If you would like the recording or you would like to rewatch this webinar, um feel free to email IronFX, the team. I think it's on the website. Yep. If you just search up ironfx.com, it should be on the website. Just email them and they can help you out. Okay. Another difference is the improved order management, which is more sophisticated order types and execution options. It also boasts faster performance and deeper market depth information. So that basically includes, it basically provides you greater insight into the liquidity and order flow of a given instrument. Okay, so MT4 and 5, some key differences. So here's a table, a summary of all the differences between MT4 and 5, but basically it depends on your needs and preferences. MT4 remains a favorite for Forex traders who appreciate its simplicity and the extensive library of available EAs and custom indicators. And on the other hand, MT5 is better suited for traders looking for a more versatile platform that supports multiple asset classes and advanced trading features. Both platforms are available on various devices, including your desktops, mobile, and tablets. So you can access the markets from anywhere, anytime. Okay. So some key differences in the tradable instruments we mentioned earlier. MT4 only allows for Forex. MT5 offers commodities like your metals, energies, stocks, as well as indices, and some crypto as well. Time frames. So MT4 only offers 9 time frames, which would be your basic M1, M5, M15, M30. Hourly time frames include your H1, H4, daily, weekly, and monthly, which is enough for swing and long-term traders. But if you prefer to get a deeper analysis, you can look at MT5, which provides 21 timeframes with way more minute timeframes and hourly timeframes, as well as the daily, weekly, and monthly timeframes. Okay, MT4 has 31 graphical objects such as lines, channels, the gun, and Fibonacci tools, shapes, and arrows to predict future price movements. So if you think that's enough for you, MT4 might be a better option. On the other hand, MT5 offers 44 graphical objects, including geometric shapes, channels, gun, Fibonacci, and Elliott tools, and more. Okay. Next is trading orders. So MT4 offers four types of orders: the buy, stop, buy limit, sell stop, and sell limit. Whereas MT5 offers six types of pending offers. So pending orders rather. So there are those that are offered by MT4 and two more: the buy stop limit and sell stop limit. Okay. And of course, we mentioned earlier the economic calendar. So there is no built-in economic calendar in MT4, whereas MT5 offers an integrated economic calendar with useful and real-time info about macro events. But if you are more inclined to use MT4, there are a bunch of free economic calendars online as well, so it's not too much of a worry. So if you take a look at my screen now, this is just an example of the uh, economic calendar that we prefer to use. This is forexfactory.com, and it has a bunch of indicators. But if you click on a date, you can look at we prefer to look at the weekly forecast. So the events for the upcoming week. But if you prefer, you can look at the entire month as well. Okay, so by clicking on this filter here, I normally like to look at the medium and high impact events that are indicated by this orange and red icon. Yellow is low impact, gray is bank holidays. So you can also look at the different currencies. You can narrow it down to just the currencies that you're trading and the different event types as well. So yeah, then we have all of the events for the upcoming week at one glance, and the currencies that they will be impacting, the forecasted values, previous values, and it also tells you the actual data once it's released. There are a bunch of forums you can take a look at as well. Yep, some news as well from the different news outlets over here. So yeah, that's so MT4 not having a built-in economic calendar isn't that big of an issue, since there are a lot of economic calendars out there that are free to use. So the one that I went through earlier is forexfactory.com, but there's also investing.com, or Baby Pips also has a bunch. Okay. So MT4 versus MT5, which is a better pick? So some pros and cons of MT4. Pros: MT4 is perfect for beginner traders because it's easier and simpler to use than MT5. And MT4 is the best platform to trade Forex, as it was initially designed for the needs of Forex traders. Some cons is that it has fewer trading options than MT5, and it's a little bit slower than MT5. MT5 allows trading Forex as well as stocks, indices, commodities, and crypto, has more charting tools, technical indicators, and timeframes than MT4. Some cons is that the MT5 can appear to be more complex platform for beginners, and there are fewer robot and expert advisor developers who opt for MT5. Okay, so some tips for MT4 and MT5. Firstly, would be to use the MetaTrader market scanner. Second, create custom indicators, use EAs. So we already went through at the start how to create your own custom indicators and use EAs. Fourth would be to manage your risk, and we'll go through some tips on how to do that. Stay disciplined and have realistic expectations. So let's talk a bit about how to manage your risk now. So here we have the most basic trade management tips. So here by confluence, we are talking about Fibonacci confluence, which basically occurs when two or more Fibonacci levels line up in the same area. But this also applies for resistance areas or any pivot point levels. So for your stop loss, we typically recommend you to place it um, beyond a key level. And the reason for this is because more often than not, price is attracted to such strong areas of confluence. And if your stop loss is right before instead of beyond it, you'll most likely get stopped out before the market reverses. This is one of the reasons why most people wonder why they got stopped out right when the market starts to reverse and then complain about stop hunting. Okay, and as for your take profit, we recommend you to place it before any key levels. Reason for this is because when price reaches the Fibonacci confluence area, there's a high chance that it won't be able to go beyond it, and instead of reaching your profit target, it reverses back to your entry, or even worse, your stop loss. So that's also one of the reasons why people complain that the market is being manipulated because they missed the take profit by 1 pip. Okay. Yep. So in this example here, we are going in for a buy entry. So obviously we would place our take profit above and your stop loss below. So in this case, when you're going in for a buy entry, we'll place our take profit and stop loss below your key areas or your Fibonacci confluence areas. Okay, so for buy entry, place it below. For our sell entry, which is in this example, we'll place your take profit and stop loss before any resistance areas. So basically like above it, like this. Okay, so again, for buy entries, we'll place it below your key areas, and for sell entry, we'll place it above it. That's an easier way to remember. So yeah, this is the proper stop loss and take profit placement to ensure that you maximize your wins and minimize your losses. Okay, so some other trade management tips, especially if you are trading on your MT4, MT5, would be to use a trading journal. So here's some tips on how you can set it up. And it's relatively straightforward. So firstly would be to choose a format. So this can be, you can opt for a physical notebook, a spreadsheet, a digital document, or specialized trading journal software. So it all depends on your preferences and the level of detail that you wish to track. Number two is to decide on the categories. So this basically means to define the categories of information that you want to include. So it can be the date and time, trade symbol, entry and exit prices, position sizes, stop loss, take profit levels, trade duration, and trade outcome. You might also choose to include trade rationale, market conditions, and emotional state. Capture trade details, that basically means recording any relevant information um, and being consistent and diligent in entering the details accurately and promptly after each trade. Analyze trade performance. Basically, you are going to regularly review your trading journal to analyze your trade performance by looking for patterns, trends, and areas for improvement. Emotional factors. So this is quite important and quite often overlooked because it's important to take note of your emotional state during each trade. So how you would record it would probably be taking note of any emotional biases such as fear, greed, or overconfidence that may have influenced your decision making. So this information will help you to become more aware of your emotions and develop strategies to manage them more effectively. Review and adapt. So again, you want to learn from your past traits and experiences, identify areas for improvement, and refine your approach. And lastly, maintaining discipline, basically ensuring that you treat it as a crucial part of your trading routine and commit to using it consistently. Okay, some benefits of using a trading journal include performance analysis, which is basically allowing you to analyze your trading performance in a systematic and objective manner. And secondly, learning and development. Um, this is pretty straightforward, but basically it's reflecting and learning on your decision-making process, identifying errors or missed opportunities that enables you to continually refine your trading strategy. Emotional awareness, we talked about this already. Risk management, we talked about this as well, but it basically involves recording position size, stop loss levels, risk to reward ratios as well, so that you analyze how effective your risk management strategies are. And that's quite crucial as well. Trade planning and execution. So this basically involves providing a record of your trade setups, including the analysis and rationale behind them, and accountability and discipline, pretty straightforward, and confidence building. So a trading journal can help you to boost your confidence by documenting your successes and your learnings, and you can review your progress regularly and build confidence. Additionally, having a record of successful trades can serve as a reminder during challenging times, reinforcing your belief in your trading strategy. Okay, that's it for my slides. We still have some time left, so let me just pull out our charts and we can take a look at maybe one or two charts together. So if you have any requests for any charts that you want me to go through, just pop them into the chat. Okay, are there any specific charts that you guys want me to go through? Okay, I see we have a request for AUD. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so I like to start off on our weekly time frame so that we get an idea of where prices are headed towards. Now, on our Aussie dollar, you see prices moving in this descending trend line. And you can kind of see price approaching the trend line again. Now, on our daily time frame, On our daily time frame, prices are kind of fluctuating a bit more, moving sideways. Now, on our 4-hour time frame, it's also it actually looks like prices are moving upwards here. Okay, let's see if we have any trend channels or trend lines here. Okay, we actually have prices moving in this ascending trend channel. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and analyze this on our 4-hour time frame. So I'm gonna place my pivot over here. And you can see it's a good habit to try and pull back your level as far as you can so that you can see how significant that level is. Okay, so you can see here I have a couple of swing highs that have tested this level in the past. Okay, this is my pivot. And my first support, or rather my first resistance, mm, maybe up here. And my first support over here. Okay. Okay, now I'm going in with this Nike tick shape here, which we call Fibonacci extension, and 161.8 lines up nicely with our pivot. Okay, now I'm going in with a retracement. Okay, and you can see my 50% lines up with my pivot. Again, going in with my projections. Okay, my 61.8 lines up with my pivot as well. So you can see this area here where my pivot is at is a pretty strong confluence area. Okay, because we have 3 levels lining up. Okay, I think that's all the levels that we have. Okay, I'm gonna move my first resistance down. Maybe over here. Okay, and I'm gonna go in. So we are expecting price to continue in this ascending trend channel. Okay, but we are aware of this confluence area here as well, which might have a bit of resistance. Now let's look at our indicators. We have our Ichimoku and MACD. So price is moving above the Ichimoku cloud, so it's giving us a bullish signal. MACD is also giving us a bullish signal, so it supports our analysis. Now if we look at stochastic, okay, stochastic isn't telling us much. If we look at RSI, okay, on our RSI, we see prices moving We see prices moving in this ascending trend line. Okay, so yeah, pretty bullish signals here, just highlighting this confluence area with multiple swing highs and one swing low, as well as three Fibonacci levels forming a confluence area. Okay, any other requests? Okay, any other requests from you guys? Okay, if not, I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys found this session helpful, and I'll see you guys again next week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.